welcome to Sunwin Gardens. I don't actually know what this area of parkland is called. The building, you might be able to see through the trees over there, is a library. It's been closed for a long while, 2 years nearly, for refurbishment. That's due to reopen very shortly. Round the corner, the building over there used to be Sunwin House, a rather large department store. It's changed its name now, but I've always called this Sunwin Gardens due to its close proximity. You might realise we've been taking a tour of the gardens recently around Harrogate, and this is, oh, there go some pigeons, lots of pigeons. This is just another one of those lovely little gardens. News this week. We'll start with family. Tiffany and Paul threw a nice little barbecue for the family last week, which I did enjoy. They do it quite regularly. They do barbecues quite regularly for a whole host of different people, and this is at least the second, if not third, that we've had this summer. Which is saying something, considering it hasn't been a relatively good summer for us in England. So I did enjoy that, and I was able to take pictures of their little kitten called Clint. You'll remember I said who escaped, but has been refound. So that was nice. The whole family actually attended, even Rosie and Tom from Leeds. They turned up as well, so that was nice. I think that is probably it for family news. In terms of myself, I gave in, and yesterday I took Bev, the male zebra finch, who should have been a female, or was sold to me as a female, back to the store and exchanged him for another zebra finch, definitely a female. Some forum notices next. Jason, before I forget, has had his second MMA fight by the time this is uploaded. Only got wind of it yesterday. No idea how he went on, but hopefully he did well there. We have had a few new people on the forum, so if you're one of those people, welcome to you. I do think our forums are a special place. I do think it's the best forum, mixed martial arts forum, created. Having said that, I am about to begin writing freelance for somebody on the forum called JB. He used to be JB Rattlesnake. He's started up his own website that's really going to be news content, as I understand it. I can't remember what the address is, but I shall put it in the little information bar, and I'm going to start writing. I think the hope is that we will eventually do sort of podcasts and radio, online radio productions every so often. So I'm looking forward to that. I shall start by submitting very shortly an article about what happened at UFC 118. So just be aware of that. Nothing like some free promotion. You know, no forum, no group of people together are going to be perfect. People make mistakes, and I do think that despite the technical difficulties on our forum, and despite, you know, people feeling that they might have to leave, or not enjoying it, or not participating so often, or getting their feelings hurt, or whatever, I still feel that we have a very strong moderating team. I still feel that we have very loyal and committed patrons to the site. I still feel that it's the best MMA community online, and you know, it might be going through a very quiet period of time at the moment, but I would just urge people to sort of hang with it, to not give up on it, and to just stick with it, because I feel like we have something special there. Some of us have dedicated quite a lot of time, I think, over the last sort of 4 or 5 years to that place, and I don't think it's something, you know, despite whatever you might hear of difficulties certain people are having with other people, and, you know, rows and all that sort of stuff, you know, that's going to happen wherever you go. You can't get on with everybody, and people will make mistakes, and not everybody is going to feel like they can participate. But I would tell people, you know, if you have a problem, come to one of the moderators, and if you feel like you should leave, well, of course it's voluntary, so you may leave at any time you want. But, you know, I would say give us a break. Enjoy the community for what it is, and try and overlook the areas that, you know, cause you concern, or the people that upset you, because life's too short. You know, it really is too short. I speak from my own personal experience of that at St Paul's, where, you know, I didn't get on very well with somebody called Canon Martin Warner, and you know, we didn't get on at all. We didn't like each other. We got into all sorts of issues and problems, and you know, we've both moved on, but I did hear that last week he had a heart attack whilst on holiday in Italy. Quite a serious one. He was in intensive care, and he was in hospital for at least a week. He's still not back in England now, to the best of my knowledge. So, you know, nobody wishes that sort of thing on people. You know, I would ask just for prayers, really, for his recovery, of course. So, the other thing to remember this week is that we are smack bang in the middle of something known as the Ludi Romani. This is quite an old thing that used to happen in Rome every so often. Each year they used to open the gladiatorial games, and, you know, the games weren't just combat sport, they were gymnastics and everything as well. And so that historically falls around this time between the 4th and the 19th. It was the season's opener, the climax, the start of the year.